Hello, this video brought to you by Sankran. Visualforce Beyond Basics. Lazy load the page. What is lazy load? I've seen past few years this is really catching up because you see a lot of desktop and enterprise applications have been moved to cloud. This browser is normally becoming a basic platform for different apps. So when you have a very complex, heavy loaded apps, you can't do everything in the page load. What I mean is when you type in a URL in the page and hit enter, you can't expect everything to be done before that and getting displayed in the browser. So the modern browsers and the modern way of web technology works mostly with lazy loading. That means you see only the required stuff in the during initial page load, and all the complex and non-necessary stuff will be loaded later, either through user actions or through timers. And there are different techniques again to do how to do things like that. But the basic idea is deferring the logic after the initial page load is called lazy loading. So it's very important for Salesforce platforms specifically. I have seen personally that when you start working as a developer, you really build some VF page with some logic in controller, and it starts growing up after a few years. So many developers have started playing with the same controller, same component code, and then after a while, it really becomes the page really becomes very slow, and you do a lot of things in the page loading time itself. What I mean by page loading time is putting all the logic inside the controller. So that should be avoided. But why? Main thing is to increase the performance and to give the proper user responsiveness about your logic, like what is really happening and why it's taking time, things like that. So the main thing is reason for slowing down the pages. You might be doing heavy DML calls, or you might be doing a lot of Apex processing, like going through different records and looping through those and doing some formatting stuff, things like that. So which will take more time, obviously. When I say more time, it means in terms of seconds, like it takes 5 seconds more or 10 seconds. Average, the user expects according to the standard, they expect the page to be within 1 second. If anything more than 1 second is slow, considered slow in these modern times. So if page takes like 10 seconds, it seems like very low, but the performance wise, it's very bad experience. So normally what I do is I won't put any logic in controller. Controller will be a bare minimum, just a initializing empty list, initializing empty objects, custom objects, things like that. So it will be bare minimum, and I do all other stuff in a init action function that will be called after your page load. Let's see, in the example below, I'm going to show how to do that. See, I've written a basic example to show the uh, opportunity count, which is not closed. So it's a big complex depending on the org. In for example, the org I have worked used to have like 500,000, opportunities average. So if when you query for 6,000 records, I mean it will take a long time. So it take few seconds to even answer a query, and in this example it's fine. But if you want to do some processing later on, it will take more time. So what I do is I do nothing in the controller, and I have an action function called get closed up counter, which will just do the toggle query, which might take like couple of seconds. So I take the count here and display in the web page. It's a very simple web page. Just I want to show how to do the lazy load. During the page load, what happens is in the user message, it won't display anything because I'm displaying this output panel only if the op count is available. So you won't get any message. Then I'm calling an action function after the page load, which is nothing but this action function. So which will send call a action function in the server side get closed op count, and this will store the op count And after it gets finished, then it re-renders user message area, which is this one. Then you get the output displayed. So this is how you do normally. So I would do for every page. I do the same thing. I do nothing in the constructor, and then I have action function which will do all the heavy stuff, which will be called through this small JavaScript, and then I display the output to the user. So predominantly I use the same pattern for all my pages, and it used to scale well, and it used to give better performance. And also I have action status message you see here. So I display what actually I'm doing in the server side. Here I'm showing that I'm getting the display opportunity count. You can show it's processing something, it's doing something. You can tell the user that why it's taking more time, so that user never complains that it's taking slow, and they will be very patient. You won't believe, I have developed a complex page which took almost 10 seconds every time, but still it used to display to the user that what it's really doing. And it updates now and then. Every 2-3 seconds it used to update. So user really don't care about waiting for 10 seconds. But if you make them wait just for 10 seconds, showing nothing in the UI, really they will be pissed off, and they will complain that they may not use your web Visualforce page at all. So from beginning, I think you should basically do the same, even from beginning, rather than doing it later. And let's show this small demo. This is a page load. See how quickly it loads, and then it took a couple of seconds to just show the display, rather than it took a couple of seconds to page load. So this is how you get better in performance. I hope whoever is seeing it will use lazy loading always in future in their projects. Um, it will definitely give you a better result. Don't forget to like this video and provide your comments or feedbacks below. If you like this video and want to share with friends, please share them. And if you want to notify about my future videos, please subscribe below. Thank you.